Buenos Aires Botanical Gardens is a triangular-shaped national monument located in Argentina. It is 17.241 acres and consists of 5,500 different species of plants, including magnolias and sequoias. It also contains 5 greenhouses and 33 sculptures and monuments. South America consists of various climates and regions. There are tropical regions, which include rainforests, and dry regions, such as the Atacama Desert.
The Buenos Aires Botanical Garden was designed by Carlos Thays, a French architect and landscape designer. This particular garden was a small pet project of his that became larger than he had expected. He designed this garden in sections to display plants organized by continent, including a large section devoted to the native plants of Argentina. The small brick house that Thays and his family lived in during construction of the garden has now been reconstructed into the herbarium and a small library. Thays also imported a greenhouse from the Paris Exposition of 1889 to place in the garden.
The garden is organized into 3 subsections of Roman, French, and Oriental arrangements while using symmetrical, mixed, and picturesque design features. The garden includes a museum and a library, which holds 1,000 books available to all visitors. The designer of the Botanic Garden, Carlos Thays, lived in a small brick house within the garden during the construction that has now been developed into the library. An energy-efficient project in 2010 replaced all of the original lampposts with energy-efficient ones to reduce the carbon footprint of the garden. Along with all the tourists, there is a large population of abandoned, domesticated cats that live in the garden and roam around that are fed by volunteers.
When Carlos Thays was 40 years old, he came to Buenos Aires to design and improve the city parks. As a landscape artist, he worked on almost all of the green areas in the city, including San Telmo's Parque Lezama and Centenario. His influence can be seen in the city's public plazas and along boulevards. Since Thays was invited to Buenos Aires, the culture mood seems to favor improvement of green spaces in the city. While working on these projects, Carlos Thays began working on his side project, which was these botanical gardens.
In this one-of-a-kind garden, there are fun facts that make this garden stand out more than most. Adjacent to a famous zoo, the gardens provide a sense of peace as you enter, and many tourists say you can't hear a thing from the outside crazy city. It is unusual for such a large city to incorporate a huge section of land and space to greenery. It is a change of pace to be in a large city and then walk around to a garden filled with plants from all over the world, free of charge. Tourists also say that along with 5,000 species and plants, they hope to see more seeded and will hopefully become a bigger tourist attraction rather than just locally.
Green Island in heart of Buenos Aires. It's a very nice place to be in a hot day in Buenos Aires. Lots of trees from all over the world. Lots of green grass, benches, and free space to organize a small picnic. If you just walk and look around, it could take around 1 hour, but I strongly recommend to bring a blanket and book. You'll have such a great time in peace and shade, surrounded by amazing trees.